management analysis of one of North America's most significant infrastructure achievements, the Gorge Howe International Bridge. This report is submitted for fundamental analysis of project management course during spring semester term B. This project evaluate strategic alignment and risk mitigation and governance through the lens of global management standards. Our group has worked collaboratively, being the analysis on the table. I am joined in the under the team leader Gausuddin Shahid and other team members. And you can see the Krupesh Jangam serving as a team keeper to ensure we stay on track. And myself, Shravan, I am acting as a quality control lead, maintain high standards of our findings. And Unisa, you can she's leading the project presentation and graphic designing and project structure. Uh, going to next slide. Yeah, here you can see project objectives and success factors and scope, budget and milestones. The core objective of this project is provide a critical new link as a busiest commercial border crossing between United States and Canada. This is not a bridge, it is a comprehensive transit solution. The scope includes 1.5 1.5 miles distance and 6 lanes international bridge along with state-of-art national port of entry. Furthermore, it involves massive improvements through the I-75 interchange Detroit. It allows to direct highway to highway connectivity and which is essential for easing traffic congestion. To manage the project of the scale, the team utilized public-private partnership (PPP) model spanning over 30 years. Beyond the engineering, the project scope is heavily dictated by social and environmental responsibility, and it incorporates 15 million community benefits plan and must offer other 450 environmental conditions. Currently, as we can stand in April 2026, the bridge is physically uh, physically completed and final testing phase and commissioning phase, and we can move forward the official spring opening. You can see the graphical video as well. And from here, our team leader Kausuddin will take care uh, the project
Hello
presentation.
friends, hello everyone. Coming to key stakeholders and interests, successfully delivering a binational mega project requires balancing the interests of powerful and diverse stakeholders. At the top of the hierarchy are the Windsor Detroit Bridge Authority and private partner Bridge North America. Their primary interests are rooted in long-term revenue, budget adherence, and operational safety. However, because this is international crossing, the federal governments of Canada and United States are also primary stakeholders with a focus on national security and trade efficiency. On the local level, we must account for communities in Windsor and Southwest Detroit. Their interests are represented through the Community Benefits Plan, which addresses environmental protection and local job creation. Finally, it is important to acknowledge the competitive landscape. Stakeholders like the owners of the nearby Ambassador Bridge have a vested interest in the tolling and traffic outcomes of this new crossing, creating a complex political environment that the project team must navigate daily. Coming to slide 4, risk management, top 5 risks. Risk Risk management is the backbone of this project's success. We identified 5 primary risks that the project management team has actively mitigated. The most significant are cross-border regulatory conflicts and political volatility, as evidenced by recent 2026 discussions regarding the bridge's opening. These are managed through a robust governance framework that keeps all government entities aligned. Additionally, the team manages risk related to environmental compliance and schedule delays. The budget has grown to approximately 6.4 billion Canadian dollars, largely due to pandemic-related challenges, making financial risk a constant priority. To address this, the team utilizes monthly schedule analysis and scenario modeling to anticipate bottlenecks. The final risk is stakeholders' resistance, which is proactively managed through transparency and the fulfillment of the community benefits plan promises. From now on, my friend Krupesh will take care.
Thank you, Sayed. Coming to the communication events, this is one of the most critical parts of managing a project at the scale of Gordie Howe International Bridge. For a project, this complex communication isn't just helpful, it's essentially to keep everything run smoothly. The project team uses both internal and external communication strategies to make sure everyone stays aligned. Internally, there are monthly risk review meetings and regular status reports shared with the sponsors. These help track progress, address any issues early, and ensure the major milestones like completion of the cable stayed bridge or the rollout of toll rails are clearly communicated across all the teams. Without this level of coordination, delays and confusion would be almost guaranteed. On the external side, the focus is on transparency and trust. The team holds quarterly community meetings where they update local residents about infrastructure changes and project impacts. They also publish annual ESG reports, which highlights the environmental and social responsibility efforts. At the higher level, the phase review meetings are conducted before moving into the next stage of the project. These acts like checkpoints to make sure everything meets quality and safety standards before progressing, especially important now as the project transition into final testing and operational readiness. Coming to the next slide, the strategic success and challenges. One of the biggest success is how well the project aligns with the PMBOK standards and integrates multiple stakeholders into one shared vision. The use of public-private partnership model has been especially effective. It allows the risks to be shared while also brings in private sector innovation all under the public oversight. Another major success is sustainability. The project has achieved LEED Silver Envision Platinum ratings, which shows a strong commitment to environmental responsibility and long-term community impact. However, the project hasn't been without challenges. One key issue has been managing two different countries' regulations, especially the labor laws and safety standards. Coordinating between the US and Canada adds a layer of complexity that most projects doesn't face. There had also been budget increases rising from about 5.7 billion to 6.4 billion dollars, largely due to the pandemic related disruptions and supply chain issues. These kinds of external factors require the project team to be flexible and adaptive. Even as the project nears completion, there are still political and coordination challenges, especially around the final approvals and the official opening. Bringing together multiple government bodies for something like a ribbon cutting ceremony might sound simple, but at this scale, it requires careful planning and alignment. And my friend Unisi will continue from the next slide.
Thank you. So this brings us to the end of our presentation. In this presentation, we explain how this project is not just about building a bridge, it is a very large and complex project that connects two countries, Canada and the United States. Because of this, it needs careful planning, strong teamwork, and good communication. First, we talked about the main goals of the project. These include building a 6-lane bridge, creating ports of entry, and improving transportation systems. We also discussed the budget and timeline, which show how big and important this project is. Next, we looked at the key stakeholders. These are the people and groups involved in the project, such as the government, local communities, and companies. Each group has different needs, so managing them is very important. After that, we discussed risk. For example, there can be delays, cost increases, and environmental issues. The project team has to plan carefully to reduce these risks and keep the project on track. We also talked about the communication. Good communication helps everyone stay informed and work together. This includes reports, meetings, and updates to the public. We would like to thank our professor for her guidance and support during this course. She helped us understand how project management works in real life situations. This project teaches us an important lesson. Even very difficult and complex projects can be successful with good planning, teamwork, and strong leadership. This bridge will not only help transportation, but it will also support the economy and the community in the future. For our research, we use trusted sources like the Windsor Detroit Bridge Authority, the Project Management Institute, and reports from AECOM and Parsons Corporation. So, this is the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.